Let's be real for a moment. Who hasn't wished they could absorb new skills instantly? Imagine just waking up one day fluent in a new language, or effortlessly mastering a skill that's been on your bucket list forever. It sounds amazing, right? But the reality is, learning often feels like climbing a mountain with no clear path to the top. Relatable? Here's the thing, it's not your fault. Most of us were taught in ways that were, let's just say, less than ideal. Schools trained us to memorize facts for a test and then forget them the moment the bell rang. The result? We're stuck thinking that's how learning works. Boring, repetitive, and painfully slow. But guess what? It doesn't have to be like that. The truth is, most of us don't know how to learn efficiently. And that's a big deal because the ability to learn quickly and effectively isn't just a nice-to-have skill anymore. It's a superpower in today's fast-changing world. The good news, learning isn't magic, and it's not reserved for geniuses. It's a skill. And like any skill, you can get better at it with the right strategies. So let's break down how you can learn anything faster and more effectively. First, let's redefine learning. Learning isn't just cramming facts into your brain. Real learning is about making connections, solving problems, and applying what you know in new ways. It's about transforming information into knowledge and knowledge into action. And here's the kicker. The way you approach learning can either speed things up or slow you down. So let's dive into a few key areas that will help you unlock your full learning potential. Understand the why. Before diving into any subject, ask yourself, why do I want to learn this? Having a clear purpose gives your brain a reason to care, which makes the process more engaging and efficient. For example, if you're learning a language to travel, imagine yourself confidently ordering food or chatting with locals. That vision can keep you motivated. Break it down. Big goals can be overwhelming. Instead of trying to learn coding or become fluent in Spanish, break your goal into smaller, actionable steps. For example, if you want to learn guitar, start with mastering a single chord or a simple song. Tackling one piece at a time makes progress feel manageable and rewarding. Active recall and spaced repetition. Don't just passively review information. Test yourself on what you've learned, then revisit it at increasing intervals. For instance, if you're studying history, quiz yourself on key dates and events, then review them after a day, a week, and a month. This method locks the information into your memory. Teach what you learn. Explaining a concept to someone else forces you to really understand it. Imagine you're learning a new math formula. Try teaching it to a friend or even just out loud to yourself. If you struggle to explain it clearly, you know where you need to focus more. Embrace mistakes. Learning isn't about getting everything right the first time. In fact, mistakes are one of the best teachers. For example, if you're practicing a new sport and keep missing a shot, analyze what's going wrong and adjust. Each mistake is a stepping stone to improvement. Stay curious and playful. The fastest learners are the most curious. Treat learning as an adventure, not a chore. For example, if you're learning to cook, experiment with different ingredients and techniques. Let your curiosity lead the way, and you might discover new favourites along the journey. Optimize your environment. Minimize distractions and create a space where you can focus. For example, if you're studying, keep your phone in another room and set up a dedicated study area with good lighting and minimal noise. A supportive environment can make all the difference. Consistency over intensity. It's better to study for 30 minutes a day consistently than to cram for hours once a week. For instance, if you're learning a language, spend a few minutes daily practicing vocabulary or speaking aloud. Small, regular efforts compound over time. So here's the challenge. What's one thing you've always wanted to learn? Take a moment and picture yourself actually doing it. Playing that song, speaking that language, nailing that skill. Feels good, doesn't it? Now don't just sit there and let this video be another thing you kind of remember. Take the first step. Break it down. Test yourself. Make a mistake and learn from it. The The sooner you start, the faster you'll get there. Your future self will thank you. So why not start right now?